You ever get that rare golden window? The kids are finally asleep, the house is quiet, you've got a warm drink in hand, and for once, the evening is yours. Most people use that time to crash scroll or binge something half asleep. Look, I used to do that too, just numbing out because I was so tired. But then I tried something different. I started protecting that time. Just 3 hours in the evening, a couple of nights a week. No crazy hacks, no rigid schedules. Just a few intentional choices, and they changed everything for me. More focus, better sleep, less resentment, more energy the next morning. I actually started looking forward to my evenings again. I'm a working parent with 2 small kids, juggling deadlines, diapers, and way too much screen time. But this one shift, this night routine, has been the biggest unlock for my productivity, creativity, and peace of mind. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to do it, even when the day's been chaos, even when I'm tired. Watch till the end, especially if your evenings feel like they are slipping away. This might be the one routine that you actually stick with, I promise. Let's get into it. And here's the twist. The secret to a great night doesn't start at night. Part 1. The mindset shift. I used to think that productivity was all about starting earlier in the day. Mornings, miracle routines, 5 a.m. alarms, all of that. And sure, those things work for some people. But with my current life, juggling work, kids, and family, mornings feel less like a peaceful sunrise and more like a live action obstacle course. Getting everyone dressed, fed, and out the door isn't exactly the calm, focused start you read about in self-help books. Evenings, on the other hand, gave me something that mornings couldn't: control. After the kids are in bed and the noise dies down, I get this quiet, uninterrupted block where my brain actually feels like it belongs to me again. It's my reset button. But here's the thing, I do not get this time every night. On average, it's about 3 nights a week. And that scarcity, that really matters. Because it's not guaranteed, I treat it like gold. I protect it fiercely. I plan for it ahead of time, sometimes even during the day when I'm working. I'm already thinking about how I'm going to use those hours. I don't leave it up to my mood or chance, and I definitely don't waste the first 45 minutes deciding what to do. When that window opens, I'm ready to dive straight in. That is the real shift. Not finding more time, but valuing the time I do have like it's the most important meeting of my week. Part 2. Planning the 3-hour block. Here's the most important part of the routine. I plan before it starts. Usually earlier in the day, sometimes even the day before. I'll decide exactly what the theme of that night is going to be. That way, when the clock hits my starting time, I'm not wasting mental energy figuring out what to do. Some nights, it's purely for editing videos. That's when I'll pull up my project files, slip on my headphones, and just live inside the edit without touching anything else. Other nights, it's for planning new content, scripting outlines, brainstorming titles, researching ideas. And then there are nights that I dedicate entirely to learning. Work-related training, or skill courses that I've been meaning to get through. The key is to avoid context switching. Because once you start hopping between completely different tasks, your brain pays a heavy toll. You lose flow and the work feels scattered. I learned this the hard way. There were nights when I'd start editing a video, then quickly check an email, then open a tab to brainstorm new content ideas. And by the end, it would feel like that I'd been busy for 3 hours. But nothing actually moved forward in a meaningful way. Now, I keep the night focused. One theme, one type of work. That's it. Here's a simple trick that I use. I write my chosen theme on a sticky note and put it right in front of me. It's a visual reminder that keeps me from drifting. And I also keep a small parking lot notebook nearby. If a random idea pops into my head that's unrelated to tonight's theme, I quickly jot it down so I can revisit it later without breaking focus. This simple habit of planning turns 3 hours into what feels like a full, productive workday, without the exhaustion of trying to do everything at once. Part 3. the flow of the night. Here's what a typical work night looks like for me: a mix of structure, focus, and a little bit of ritual to set the tone. R1: warm up and setup. I like to ease into the night rather than jump straight into the heavy lifting. I'll start with a quick tidy up of my workspace so that my mind isn't distracted by clutter. Then I'll grab a drink, usually coffee if I need that extra push, or herbal tea if I want to keep things calmer. I take a few minutes to review my notes for the night's themes, reminding myself of the big picture so that I'm not just working aimlessly. Finally, I put my phone on silent and flip its screen down, almost like a little do not disturb ceremony. R2: deep work. This is where the magic happens. Once I'm in, I'm in. If I'm editing, I immerse myself in the footage and don't look up until I've made meaningful progress. If I'm writing, I let the words flow without worrying about perfection or even checking messages. No quick email peeks. No just for a second scrolls, because those seconds multiply into lost momentum. R3: wrap up and prep for tomorrow. I finish the main task that I set out to complete and then jot down what's next in a way my future self will thank me for. I also prepare any files, tools, or references I'll need for tomorrow so I can start strong without scrambling. This closing the loop routine keeps my mind calm and helps me sleep better. No lying in bed replaying half done tasks or thinking, did I remember to? Everything is done, logged, and ready for the next round. Part 4: balancing work and family. Now, here's the part people often forget: productivity isn't just about work. Some nights, the theme isn't work at all. It's about reading with my wife. Those evenings are just as important to me as the work nights. We'll sit with our books, sometimes share a passage with each other, and other times we'll close them and just talk, really talk, about our days in detail. We tell each other stories, laugh about something the kids did, or discuss an idea that we've been thinking about. On some nights, we'll watch something together or pull out a board game. These moments are not filler. They are the glue that holds everything else together. This small ritual keeps us connected in a way that no rushed conversation during the day ever can. And I've found that when I treat that time as sacred, the same way I treat deep work, it actually makes me more productive on my work nights. I'm not carrying that quiet guilt of neglecting my personal life, and that frees my mind to focus fully when I do work. It's also a reminder that routines aren't just for efficiency, they are for protecting what matters most. Part 5: what happens on non-routine nights? Of course, this is not sustainable every single night. With 2 small kids, some evenings are just chaos. Bedtimes run late, someone's not feeling well, or there's just too much family energy in the house to even think about deep work. And on those nights, I don't fight it. I'll sleep early, watch something with the family, play with the kids a bit longer, or simply relax without an agenda. That's balance. Trying to force productivity every single night is a recipe for burnout. You end up resenting the routine instead of looking forward to it. It's okay. In fact, it's healthy to have rest nights. They recharge you. I've realized that the reason this 3-hour block works so well for me is because it's special. It's not something I can or should do every day. The scarcity is part of the magic. Those few nights a week feel like a treat, not an obligation. And that's why I protect them so fiercely. Part 6: why this routine works. There are 3 big reasons this routine has stuck with me over the long term. Number 1, scarcity. Because I only get it around 3 nights a week, I treat it with more respect. It feels valuable. I'm less likely to waste it scrolling my phone or drifting into unplanned tasks, because I know the next block like this might not come for several days. 2, clarity. Deciding the theme in advance means that I start fast, stay in flow, and avoid decision fatigue. I'm not spending my first hour just figuring out what to do. I'm already doing it. 3, balance. Mixing work, learning, and personal time keeps it sustainable. This isn't about squeezing every drop of productivity from my evenings. It's about making sure they serve different parts of my life. Some nights push my career forward, others deepen my skills, and some strengthen my relationships. That variety keeps the routine from becoming stale and makes me look forward to it every single time. Final thoughts. So, if you have been struggling to find focus time in your week, maybe mornings don't work for you. Try carving out a few intentional evening blocks. Plan them, protect them, and give each night a single theme. If you found this video helpful, then make sure to hit like. It really helps me know to make more videos like this. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I share practical, real-world strategies for productivity, habits, and balance from someone who's juggling work, family, and big goals just like you. Thanks for spending time with me today. See you all in the next one.